Welcome to Casual Tech Review. Recently, I was scrolling through my local Facebook marketplace looking for any deals that may be of interest for PC flipping. And I saw this iBuyPower Prebuilt, and I know they're not the best, and I would agree, but this one had pretty good specs. It's got a Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory, an XFX RX 6600, and a 500 gigabyte SSD. But what really took me by surprise was the price. So let me tell you all about how I got a hold of this PC, transformed it into something really cool, and sold it for a huge profit. So the PC was listed for $225. I knew I had to move fast because it wouldn't last long. Those components on their own are worth way more than that. So I reached out to him immediately, offered $200. He accepted, and I went and met him and picked up the PC. So first things first, let's see if this thing actually works. All right, so it seems to be booting up okay. All the fans are spinning. Oh, wow, okay. Right up on the motherboard screen here, and dang. We are right into Windows, or at least a recovery for Windows. Looks like he had it loaded up there and just didn't load correctly, but that's okay. I will do Windows myself, but everything does appear to be functioning properly. So that's a good start. So what is my plan for this build? Well, I'm going to take everything right here out of it. The motherboard, the processor, the cooler, the RAM, the graphics card, and the MSI NVMe, take it out and use that in a different chassis, a different case. And I've actually got a really cool one picked out. It's from Sama. It is a quote-unquote fish tank style case, and it is white. And so what my thought process is, I've already ordered some white RAM sticks, so I'll swap that out. I'll probably spray paint this cooler white, and I'm even thinking about spray painting this graphics card white along with using some white cable extensions so that it will definitely have some really nice white accents in a new case. So the only things I'll need is a new case and a new power supply. For power supplies, I'll probably do the MSI 550 watt, although that one may have gone up $10 in price. If it did, I'll do the Apevia Prestige 600 watt. That's also a pretty good tier C level power supply. That'll be perfect for this build. But as So the iBuyPower PC is all taken apart. All the parts have been taken out and ready to be transplanted into their new home, a more fitting home. There was a bunch of weird things about the build of the iBuyPower PC, which no one cares about, but just know their reputation for having poor quality and quality control, it's well earned. All right, so here's all the parts I've assembled for this build. We've got a Ryzen 5 3600 right there, an XFX RX 6600 gigabyte 550 B550 motherboard, rather, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte NVMe, a Apevia Prestige power supply. Although I did make a mistake, and if you're paying very close attention, you might see it. I'll give you a second to see if you can figure out what mistake I've made here with my parts selection. All right, maybe this will help you figure it out now. So when I ordered this from Amazon, I was positive that I ordered 16 gigabytes, 3200 megahertz CL16 RAM, 8x2. That was only in my imagination, though. I ordered one 16 gigabyte stick of 3200 megahertz CL16 RAM. So I thought, well, maybe I'll return it and get what I actually wanted, but then I would have to wait for that. I think what I'm going to do, and this is a really excellent looking RAM stick, I think I'm just going to go with the one and see what happens. And if somebody says that they would rather have it be 2 sticks, then I'll go ahead and oblige them. But all right, we've got it all together and it looks great. Now let's boot it up and see if it works. Flip the switch, here we go. And excellent. It's looking great, everything is firing up. And man, what a great looking computer. I'm gonna get everything downloaded on it, test it out, and we'll get it listed up for sale. And man, this thing sells quick. So I got it listed up on Facebook Marketplace on April the 6th, which is a Sunday, and I listed it for $600. I got a bunch of messages, and as you can see, a bunch of people were interested in it and looked at it in just a couple of days. I had several offers, but none of them were very serious. However, on the morning of April 9th, I had a mom reach out to me, inquire about the PC, said it was for her son, but also said she wanted a 750 watt power supply. I tried to tell her she didn't need it. She wanted it anyway, so I went ahead and swapped it out for an Apevia Prestige 800 watt, and we made a handshake agreement right there on $630 for the sale. It sold in about 2.5 days, which is, I think, my fastest sale yet. So for a quick breakdown of the financials on this one, I bought the iBuyPower PC for $200, sold the case and the power supply for $25, so only $175 in, took the parts out and swapped up to an 800 watt power supply, the new SAMA case. I bought cable extensions. I had to buy Wi-Fi antennas for it, and I put a 1 terabyte hard drive in it as opposed to the 500 gig that it had. My all-in cost was $399.53. Sale price was $630, bringing my total profit to $230.47. That is my second most profitable flip yet. Anybody that's into PC flipping knows you can't just sit on your hands. So while I was working on the iBuyPower transformation computer, I was also out there shopping for deals, and I got some really good parts coming in for some future builds coming up. The first deal I snagged on Facebook Marketplace, I got two Ryzen 5 3600s and 16 gigs of RAM for $130. The 3600 is the absolute best CPU for budget PC flipping. Next up, I also paid $130 for a CPU, motherboard, and power supply combo. I got an i7-6700K, an MSI Z170 motherboard, and a 650 watt fully modular power supply. Last but not least, I was looking for a GPU to pair with this i7-6700K, and I found this beautiful MSI 1070 for sale on Facebook Marketplace. I got it shipped for $90 all the way to me, and it's going to match perfectly with this motherboard. So that was how I turned an iBuyPower Prebuilt PC into $230 profit. If you liked the video and you want to see more PC flipping content, I've got a lot of things coming up. Go ahead and hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more PC flipping. Thanks.